Hey, book lovers, and welcome back to Lit Snippets, where we unpack big ideas from, well, little books. Today we're diving into Claire Keegan's Small Things Like These.
It's a novella, so a nice quick read, but
Yeah, definitely a page turner.
it'll stay with you.
Oh, absolutely.
It's set in 1985 in small-town Ireland just before Christmas.
Ooh, setting the scene already.
And Keegan really uses this seemingly ordinary setting to explore some pretty complex themes.
Yeah, right? You've got economic hardship kind of looming over the community,
Um,
the presence of the Catholic Church. It's almost like another character.
yeah.
In the middle of all this, we meet Bill Furlong, our protagonist.
Bill's a coal merchant just trying to make a living and provide for his 5 daughters.
5 daughters, wow.
He seems like a good guy, hardworking, devoted to his family.
Yeah.
But there's a shadow hanging over him, his own past.
Ooh, intriguing.
Yeah,
So we get these glimpses of Bill's childhood.
right.
He was raised by a Protestant widow after his unmarried mother leaves him behind.
And the identity of his father is never revealed.
Wow.
And you can just feel the weight of that absence shaping Bill's worldview.
You can almost feel that like hole in his life.
Yeah.
And it's interesting how Keegan subtly connects Bill's past to his present.
Right?
Like you start to understand why he's so sensitive to the vulnerability of others.
Exactly. He can't ignore the suffering around him because he knows what it's like to be an outsider.
Has to be different.
Yeah, exactly.
And that brings us to the other big player in this story, the convent.
Yeah, on the surface, it's this respected institution running a laundry and a training school for girls.
Right, training school.
But beneath the facade, there are whispers.
Okay, whispers is putting it lightly.
Right.
There are rumors of girls working in terrible conditions, stories about unmarried mothers and their babies disappearing.
It's all very unsettling.
Oh, for sure.
This convent represents this whole web of power and secrecy,
Yeah.
and it casts a long shadow over the town.
And Bill gets a taste of this when he goes to deliver coal and stumbles upon a scene that really disturbs him. When he sees those girls scrubbing the chapel floor on their hands and knees, chilling image.
And one of the girls even begs him for help.
Oh, gosh.
It's like a crack in that perfect facade, and Bill just can't ignore it.
Right. And that's where the story really takes a turn.
Yeah.
Because up until this point, Bill's been content to just keep his head down.
But this encounter forces him to confront the darkness that's lurking beneath the surface of his community.
And this is just the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
Bill's world is about to get a whole lot more complicated.
Welcome back to Lit Snippets. We're really getting into small things like these. Now Bill's really wrestling with what he saw at that convent.
Oh, yeah, that encounter with those girls, it's especially the one who asks for help. It's like he just can't shake it off.
It's like a splinter in his mind, right?
Totally. And he
But
tries to do the right
he
thing
does.
by mentioning to the mother superior.
Discreetly.
Yeah, but she just brushes him off.
Oh, totally. Says it's a misunderstanding, claims those girls are doing penance for their sins.
Which is where you see that convent's power in full force.
Right.
They're untouchable. Nobody questions them.
And that's where Bill's internal struggle really comes into
You
focus.
see both sides.
He wants to avoid conflict, but there's something about this situation that just sparks this moral outrage in him.
I think it's the memory of his mother.
Yeah, maybe.
Makes him so sensitive to the vulnerability of these girls.
He's torn between protecting his family and this growing feeling that he can't just stand by.
It's a classic moral dilemma.
It is, and Keegan doesn't shy away from the tough questions.
Not at all.
And remember those scenes where Bill's just going about his daily life, delivering coal?
Yeah,
Keegan weaves in these small details about the people he meets.
like that single mother barely scraping by.
Yeah, or the family huddled around that tiny fire for warmth.
It's like a constant reminder of the struggles in the community.
And Bill can't escape it.
No, he can't pretend that what's happening at the convent is separate from his own life.
Right.
And then there's that scene where he tries to talk to his wife, Eileen.
About his concerns.
Yeah, but she represents that whole attitude of not rocking the boat.
Especially when it comes to the church.
Right. Like it's just safer to look the other way.
Exactly.
But Bill's seen too much.
He has.
That question haunts him.
And then Christmas Eve approaches.
Yeah.
And the convent places this big coal order,
Like they're pulling him back in.
forcing a confrontation.
And you feel that tension building.
Oh, the falling snow, the darkening sky. It's like the whole town is holding its breath.
Waiting to see what Bill's going to do.
And then he goes back to the convent on Christmas Eve morning for that delivery.
What he finds in the coal shed changes everything. Welcome back. It's Christmas Eve, and Bill is facing a huge decision.
He's back at the convent and he finds Sarah again.
in that coal shed.
Yeah, left to freeze in the dark. But this time Bill's different.
Oh, he's not messing around.
Yeah.
He's decisive.
Yeah, there's no hesitation. He just tells her, "You'll come home with me now."
Powerful stuff.
Yeah.
It shows how much Bill's changed.
He's risking everything. His family, his reputation to do what's right.
You can feel that weight as he leads Sarah back into town.
They pass all these people Bill knows.
But nobody says anything.
Everyone's looking away, pretending not to see.
It's like the convent's power is just that strong.
Nobody wants to challenge them, even when they know something's wrong.
And there's that one scene where Sarah stops at the nativity scene.
Right in the town square.
And she's drawn to the donkey.
Such a small detail, but so powerful.
Right. The donkey, this humble animal, it represents this quiet strength.
And there's Sarah, who's been through so much, finding comfort in it.
Keegan is just amazing at using these little details to show the contrast between innocence and the harsh realities of the world.
And as they walk, Bill starts reflecting on his own life,
His past with Mrs. Wilson,
the choices he's made,
it's like he's finally understanding what true kindness really means.
what real courage looks like.
And he knows there will be consequences.
Oh, yeah.
But he's finally living by his values.
And that's what makes small things like these so powerful.
It's about ordinary people doing extraordinary things.
It's about the fact that even the smallest act of kindness can make a difference.
It's a story that stays with you long after you finish it.
It makes you think about what you would do in that situation.
So if you're looking for a short, powerful read that will make you think and make you feel,
Pick up small things like these.
you won't regret it. And that's another lit snippet.
We hope you enjoyed this deep dive into Claire Keegan's amazing book.
Tune in next time for another bite-sized breakdown of a book we think you'll love.
Happy reading, everyone.